It is the obvious duty of the government to call the attention of farmers to the growing monopolization of water power. The farmers above all should have that power on reasonable terms for cheap transportation, for lighting their homes, and for innumerable uses in the daily tasks on the farm.
This quote inspired the movement that brought lights and power into your homes today. Although Teddy Roosevelt first talked of bringing power to America's farms, it was his cousin, Franklin, that made it a reality. On May 11, 1935, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt signed an executive order for the establishment of the Rural Electrification Administration, which passed in 1936. It was just 4 years later, in 1940, that North Arkansas Electric Cooperative was incorporated and began serving its members. Rural Americans were natural and necessary cooperators, be it barn raisings, threshing bees, co-op creameries, and grain elevators. They joined to accomplish what one could not do alone, but what many could do together. When the REA cooperatives first reached rural America, they were met with some skepticism. Farm families understood the need for cooperatives for supplies and markets, but an electric co-op? It wasn't long, however, before the idea took hold and became the dynamic force that carried rural America out of darkness. When North Arkansas Electric Cooperative was a fledgling co-op based in Viola, it was fortunate to have strong leaders like Clyde Bryant, E.D. Chapin, George Kennan, and Jack Cochran to help it grow. In 1941, after the cooperative moved its home office to Salem, the membership grew rapidly. By 1944, it had 1,180 members, and by 1950, more than 5,000. That number grew steadily, but the cooperative was still struggling financially. North Arkansas Electric Cooperative either needed to build load or increase rates. Jack Cochran, the manager at the time, came up with a simple idea that had a huge impact. He proposed a program that allowed members to finance electric appliances, be it an electric range, a refrigerator, a water pump, or water heater. According to many, this is what saved the cooperative from failure. Over the years, North Arkansas Electric Cooperative grew to serve 6 counties with district offices in Mountain Home and Ash Flat. The cooperative has faced its share of hardships over the past 70 years. Union strikes and oil shortages in the 1970s were major challenges, while the 1980s brought significant increases in electric rates as the utilities were forced to move from natural gas for power generation to coal. Then in the 1990s, it appeared that Arkansas's retail electric market would be deregulated, which also would have dramatically impacted cooperative members. That movement ended in 2001 when lawmakers and regulators determined it would be bad for Arkansas to restructure the electric utility industry. Despite the challenges, North Arkansas Electric Cooperative has grown and prospered and now serves more than 27,000 members. Wise financial investments, both now and then, have paved the way for operating efficiencies like automated meter reading, computerized billing processes, online payment processing, and 24/7 service from employees. Such technologies and resources were only a dream to those who pulled line with their bare hands and dug holes for utility poles with axes and shovels. One thing that hasn't changed during the last 70 years is North Arkansas Electric's commitment to serve the members. With our local offices and local people, we are dedicated to doing the job right for our communities. This dedication was evident in the trials we faced in the last 2 years. An F4 tornado struck our area, destroying homes, lives, and communities. 2 history-making floods ravaged our area within 2 months of each other. Remnants of a hurricane washed across our territories, causing even more floods. And then there was the ice storm of 2009, the most devastating disaster to ever strike North Arkansas and its members. Throughout it all, we were there. The electric utility industry continues to face new challenges. Uncertainty over carbon dioxide emission reductions and federal energy policy are making it difficult to plan for the future generation needs of our members. Cooperatives across the nation, including North Arkansas, will continue to meet these challenges with a concerted effort, and in so doing, look to the former president who brought REA to reality. Tonight, we would like to leave you with words from former manager George Kennan, whose letter of resignation on May 16, 1950 stated,
The growth of this cooperative has been very much greater than the physical plan. It has gone deep into the hearts of the people in this area, a spirit of cooperation where once there was skepticism and doubt. Such spirit ensures perpetual growth, which is essential for any service institution to be successful.
With that, let's proudly celebrate the 70 years of reliable and affordable electric service that North Arkansas Electric Cooperative has provided its members, and look forward to at least 70 more.